Nefa, and I'm a health coach, and I help professional women of color who are battling chronic illness and burnout to recover and reclaim their lives with positivity and joy. And I am here today to talk about how to handle when you deal with chronic fatigue or even just an emotional dip where you feel like it is hard to show up and be your best or better self. Um, I know this has been the case for me for the last couple of weeks. Um, I have been dealing with loss. I have been dealing with physical and emotional pain, and I know I'm not alone. And so, um, and even listening to my coach and the women that I plug into for support, I figured, you know what, let me record this and perhaps share my struggle and allow it to perhaps help one of you. If it can help one of you, then then sharing, of course, was all worth it. So I know in my case, as I said, um, I have been dealing with loss and dealing with how do I handle that? How do I process that? Now, I am a woman of faith, and that does help me. But just the act of missing people and still having to show up in my life every day for the people I serve, for my family, and still deal with loss, right? And there are a lot of negative thoughts that we deal with. Um, Dealing with feeling good enough, feeling like sometimes you just don't want to show up. Sometimes you don't feel good enough. Sometimes the negative thoughts can run the gamut. And so there are two important tools. And these important tools are what I use to help me with a variety of situations and the mind drama that can go with it. The first thing, the first tool, the first skill that I utilize is feeling my emotions and letting them not be a problem. Now, that might sound easy, but at times it's easier said than done. But with time, as you practice the skill of letting yourself truly feel your emotions, whether it's disappointment, whether it's sadness, whether it's fear, letting yourself truly truly experience your emotions and letting your emotions just flow through your body. So if you're feeling it in your head or you're feeling it in your chest or you're feeling it in your belly, just really breathing through it and allowing yourself to truly feel it and letting it not be a problem, letting it flow through your body and really let it register and just give yourself the space to just feel it and sit with it and just allow yourself to breathe and feel it and not feel like it's something that you have to push down or anything that you have to push down. Just let yourself feel it, right? And really and even feel free to, and you might feel embarrassed when you initially start this process, but even ask it, does it want to leave? Does it want to stay? And really just honoring yourself and loving yourself and giving yourself as much compassion and being your own friend in this process and allowing yourself to just sit with it and feel it and let it pass through you. Because whether it's sadness, disappointment, whatever it may be, it usually doesn't linger when you let it be, when you let it flow through you. If you have to cry, it's okay. Because it came for a reason. And so honor yourself and truly let yourself feel it. And so if you have to cry, cry. And breathe. And then as it flows, the thoughts that you may be left with, choose thoughts that truly serve you. So if it's feelings of not feeling good enough, or you didn't do enough, or I wish I had, the nagging I wish I had or I should have. And sometimes saying I did enough, your brain may not accept that. But what I constantly encourage to do is find a middle ground thought. So if it wasn't good enough, then what was? What did I do? Make a list even. And write down all the things that you did do. What did you do well? And then if it in writing all that you did right, focus on that. And if there was something that you could improve, then in love and compassion, do that. But I know in my case, I'll use me for an example. I am a very driven person. And I sometimes have to pull back and say, okay, I understand you wanted to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things done. But if you were able to get 3 done or 2, that's good enough. That's good enough. Because running yourself on the ground is counterproductive. And then I know in my case, I'm no good the next day. So then was that truly productive? Was that really the thing that served me or served my greater good? So using principles like that, or challenging the thought of, if you get the nagging thought of not feeling that what you did was good enough, well then what was good enough? A lot of times when you challenge those thoughts that constantly come up for you, when you challenge them and say, well then what was good enough? That feeling backs down, and it gives you space to kind of give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Even in asking myself that, it's like, yeah, well then if it wasn't good enough, then what was? And so I offer to you to do the same. Feeling one's emotions and allowing them to not be a problem gives you, when you really feel your feelings and kind of lovingly, with compassion, deal with your emotions, it gives you the clarity to now choose your thoughts and choose the thoughts that truly serve you. And being able to do so with, because this is something that I found to be profoundly freeing. Every thought that our brain offers us, we do not have to accept. Every thought that our brain offers us isn't always true. Sometimes it's downright lies. And our brain is beautiful, and it's wonderful, and we are wonderfully made, and our brains are it's constantly striving to do the beautiful job of protecting us, and it strives to protect us at all costs, even in offering us thoughts that are in error, because our brains are imperfect, and its job is to protect us at all costs. And it easily can go into fight or flight when it feels it is in danger and that you are embarking on feeling. It will give you thoughts that will make you feel like you should back away from a particular experience or anything that it feels will cause you to be in danger. It will do whatever it has to do to protect you. So when it offers you certain thoughts, you don't have to accept them. You can choose to believe them or not. You can choose to lovingly say, "Thank you, brain. I understand you're doing your job and you're striving to protect me, but I choose not to believe that." But you can only do that, and that's step 2. You can only do that once you have felt your feelings, truly experienced them, and allow them to not be a problem. You can only choose your thoughts and be able to do that when you have allowed yourself to, at first, feel your feelings and experience them and allow them to not be a problem. And so I offer what I've been doing for myself as an example to any of you out there who see this as a way of dealing with burnout, as a way of dealing with stress, whether it be from your job, whether it be from your life in general, because we have families, because we have loved ones. Because if you're a healthcare professional, and I only reference healthcare professionals because I have been a licensed healthcare professional for 11 years now. And so that has been my background. And I know my nurses, my doctors, my healthcare professionals in general. Before COVID, we were under a lot of stress, and we are even under more stress now. So hence why I offer this, because I know so many of us, whether we're healthcare professionals or not, we all need it. So I hope this helps. As I said, I'm a health coach. If you feel you need further support, I am here to help you. Send me a DM or go to my website at JanefaPerkinsCoaching.com. And I would love it if you booked a discovery call with me, and we see about helping you learn those important 2 tools to help you deal with loss, burnout, and the like. So I hope this helps. I look forward to talking to you soon.